Welcome to the No Budget Indie Filmcast, where we dip into the independent film universe to highlight those little films that you might not have heard about elsewhere. We agree with our panel. Will our panel agree with each other? Tune in to find out. I am Milo Dennison, and with me, as always, is Claire Milan.
Hello.
And Carl Hoffini.
Hello.
All right. We watched a film called BUDD this week. So BUDD-E. And the plot is this girl is having a birthday party, but nobody came. And it's kind of Black Mirror-ish. So it's taking this whole AI technology and showing potential possibilities. And she sees that since nobody's coming, she can order like a virtual friend. So she orders the virtual friend. She gets fake contacts and these little earbuds. And then suddenly, boom, her virtual friend props in front of her and she can see him because she's got the contacts. And her virtual friend takes her out for a day around London where they see the sights and have conversations. They go to a club and she gets kind of attached to the virtual friend. And so it's just kind of really, I think, a commentary on AI potentials and a certain inability with some people to like interact with actual human beings. It's got a couple funny bits, of course, people looking at her like, who are you talking to type thing. What I like about it is the CGI usage in it. So it starts off with her looking at this kind of like virtual thing in front of her and interacting with that. And then just kind of the way they have she does the thing with she goes to put the contacts in, she's getting right here, and then they kind of suck into her eyes. So it's got a couple little nice little CGI things that happen for like what's kind of a no budget film, really. And so I have a little other history on this film that I'll give you guys, but I'll give you at the end after we give you the ratings, so that it doesn't influence your ratings.
That's funny. Yeah, I thought that was really good.
Yeah, but I do know it was a no budget film. Sorry, go ahead, Claire.
Okay, sorry. But it is a no budget film. It's very Black Mirror like. But I thought the CGI was very good, especially with the contact lenses, and it popped into her eyes. It was done so well. And it's really like a mirror of what's really going on. So you might have 1,000 Facebook friends, but no friends in real life. And it does that really, really well. I thought it was very well acted as well. Obviously it is no budget, but you can tell that they like they did a really good job in it. And yeah, it's a reflection of what's going on at the moment, or in the real world with Facebook. And because we sometimes, I think now it's harder to interact in real life compared to reacting online with messages and friends online. So yeah, it's good. It's good. I enjoyed it anyway. I enjoyed the film.
Yeah. I feel compromised suddenly by your admission there, Milo.
See, that's why I didn't want to give you any history on it. Yeah.
Scrap everything I was going to say now. Say, what a brilliant film, I just say. No, you're right though. The CGI, the special effects were really good. That opening scene, where she selects the buddy and then Mai arrives immediately at the door and suddenly he's there in front of her. So the setup was very good, and the idea, it was good as well. I must say, I think I went a bit flat in the middle. I was sort of taken out of the story a bit. I think almost she was too quick to anthropomorphize, the computer program and treat it as a sort of a person. I think it might have helped if she had a bit of distance as well, a bit of cynicism. You're only a computer program anyway. You wouldn't understand something like that. But I suppose that would be my complaint, really, that I didn't believe it actually. Ultimately.
How attached she got so quickly.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah,
And that kind of bothered me about the ending too. So typical spoiler alert for any of our videos. At the end, Buddy's only there for the day, right? And I don't understand, like, why is your virtual buddy only there for a day? They didn't really explain why she only gets him for the birthday.
Yeah. And also, okay, I mean, you can pick those. If it's a delivery, comes to her door.
Oh, instantly.
Yeah. Well, not only that, then, you have to just wait for the delivery, and then you only have it for a day anyway. I suppose you could order it the day before tomorrow's my birthday. But yeah, I mind there are some inconsistencies. Like even she orders this thing and she said, take me out, entertain me. And then he comes up with this really lame, like, entertainment schedule. So surely, I mean, at the beginning I thought, okay, I mean, why is he doing something so bad? I mean, surely he knows about her already. And then, they cover that later on, but I thought, okay, well, they probably should have done that at the beginning. Why go to all that trouble doing something that she doesn't want? Uh, if you're paying for it, like, if you're paying for a service, surely straight away they know what you want to do.
Yeah, they had the bit where he gives her a little terms and conditions bit and she accepts, but that's towards the end. And you think that'd be the first thing, right? As soon as you fire up your buddy, it's like, do you give permission to access all this information? Yeah.
But I mean, even still, that was quite good when they eventually got around to it, and the
yeah, it was a good sequence. Just wrong place in the film.
Exactly. Yeah. Nit. Instead of spoiler alert, I should do nitpick alert.
Yeah, nitpick alert. Well, that's the thing, because there's stuff to nitpick. I do feel they probably could have cut a minute or so out of the film as well. It's 9 minutes long. But they did want to see that. I get the impression that maybe they wanted to see the friendship develop and her attachment to the buddy develop. So that kind of helped, and they got to use a bunch of famous London locations with the montage of them out running around and that kind of stuff. So it was a nice little sequence, but yeah, it could have been a bit long.
I love the bit where the person is taking a picture with her phone, and then in real life the person can't see that she's leaning on her buddy. So it's very clever, like little jokes like that in it.
Yeah.
I agree with you. It did go a little bit flat at like kind of a certain point. But yeah, but it's still, I thought it was very good.
They probably could have added more humor to it.
Maybe
more of a play on that. I guess too, like one of the themes is, even with all this amazing technology at our fingertips, we're basically just, lonely biological shells looking for connection, looking for friendship, and maybe more.
Yeah. It'll be there. Like, you see ads on stuff and it's like, download the app and create your virtual friend. And it's like, oh man.
Yeah, it's scary. Yeah.
And I know Oculus, the next version, and Apple's coming out with one as well, their VR headset, but it's going to be more augmented reality. So you can actually interact with your actual environment quite a bit more versus virtual reality.
It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. I saw a clip on Twitter, which I refuse to call the other name, and it was this couple and this guy. He was taking part in this virtual reality, in game of some sort, and it looked like he was crawling along the edge of a cliff, and he was quite scared, even though you could see he was just on the floor in his living room, and then his girlfriend was there, and he was help me. So anyway, she just kicked him, right? So he fell off, and in the virtual world, he was falling off the cliff.
Oh my
God. And you could see, like, he was like, he thought he was going to die. It took him about 10 seconds to come out of it. Oh, crazy.
That would be Heike. If she was doing that, she'd be like, I can totally see her doing that. Okay. Do you want to do your ratings, and then I'll give you the little bonus information about the film?
Yeah. Do you want to go first, Carl? Go on.
Coward. No, okay, I'll go first. Well, for an indie film, it was like very well made, acted, edited, all that. I thought the story probably could have been, a bit better. The dialogue, the interaction and so on. So I'll give it, since it's an indie film, a low budget indie film, I'll give it 3.5 stars.
Okay. Yes, so for me, I loved the technology part of it and how they did all the CGI, and a little bit flat in parts. I'd loved more humor in it, so I'm going to go for 3.5 stars as well.
All right. Well, since I know basically most of the people that made this film, I'm going to go 4 stars in case they watch this review.
So I had a feeling this is going to be the case.
Yeah,
I had a feeling.
Yes. So basically, you guys so for audience as well, like, so in Dublin, Colin Clare are a member of like a group, Dublin filmmakers group, and it's like a meetup group where they meet and they kind of do different productions and films and stuff like that. And I'm a member of one here in London called London Film Jam. And they had to make a film in a month contest, which was get together in your team, members of the group, and make a film in a month. And this was one of the films that came out of that. And knowing that it's literally everybody volunteering their time, the writers or the two people that directed it and stuff, just like knowing how those usually end up, I just was really impressed with the fact that they were able to turn this particular film out via that process, via volunteers and just basically a meetup group. So that's why I wanted to show it on here.
So in a roundabout way, Mara, you were saying all the films we made were crap.
No. I think a lot of them are great. Like I've made films, obviously, as part of the group, and I think my films are brilliant. Yeah, but I didn't want that to influence your opinion, knowing that it was kind of just a bunch of volunteers doing this thing, because I thought maybe that would cause you to, get it a bit higher. I also am going to bring on one of the actors from the film as a little guest.
Okay,
now
changing the format up.
Oh
totally.
my God.
How are you doing? So reviewing your film. Are you reviewing?
Yeah. So this is Ashley. He played Bud E in the film Buddy. And so I thought it would be fun, since I know him, to get him on here and maybe talk us a little bit about making the film. I already mentioned that it was part of a meetup group where everybody kind of got together and pitched their films and volunteered. And so you got involved in this film. So do you want to tell us a little bit about that? Like what got you involved and what was the filming process like?
Okay, wow. Okay, so my friend, my colleague of mine called Cynthia, she introduced me to something called Film Jam, the thing that which Milo goes to as well. And then the idea is that we a bunch of people pitched their ideas and 4 of them got chosen. And Buddy was one of them. And then I signed up to all of the ideas. I thought I could do it. Little I know it was a lot of work. So one of them didn't get made, luckily. And then
are you wearing a hat?
I'm wearing the Buddy hat. That's it,
okay.
but it's blurry.
It keeps going
there
blurry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Got the whole costume.
I like it. Good way to come.
He's in character.
I even shaved as well, just to
nice.
make the Buddy.
You got a nice shirt on there and everything.
That's it.
All
Exactly.
right.
But yeah. So I looked at the script. I thought it was really cool. Initially, I wanted to play the other character, but the director was like, "You can do Buddy," and I was like, "Okay, I'll give it a go." and then here I was doing Buddy.
How many days were spent filming it?
We did 1 whole day and then 2 half days after work as well. And the 1 day was just at a guy called Glenn's house. He let us use his house. It's quite very kind of him. But he was also in the making of it too.
And who was the editor? Like, who edited all that CGI stuff?
So it was actually someone called Pippa, and she works for ITV. And then 15 years in the industry. And then we had 2 other people in the VFX as well.
Okay.
VFX was amazing.
Oh, it was really good. That's what we were saying. Especially the contact lenses. I don't know how they did that, but it just to put them in is brilliant.
Yeah, that's it. They just moved straight to the eye. That was really nice.
Yeah, it was a lot of nice.
One of the interesting things for me, because I didn't know how to play an AI. And I thought, how could I do it? I've never done that before. Normally the roles I do of is things that I've done in the past. AI is completely new. So I thought, how would I do it? And then luckily we started with the montage scene. And it was very unexpected because it was a day after work. And it was on the day they said, "Oh, should we just do it after work?" And I was wearing this Zelda t-shirt. I was like, okay, sure. Don't know if this will really work because I can't go back home and change or anything. And they said that would be like the customized look for Buddy. So we're saying that Jamie likes Zelda, and then that's the customized look, and then that's why he changes into that. But then one of the interesting things was, because we started on the montage scene, it made me kind of it kind of set the tone for Buddy and how he'd behave, because with montages there was no speaking, so I had to be very expressive, and then that led to Buddy just kind of being over the top, and yeah,
That's good.
also gave him a silly voice as well.
Did the final film stick pretty close to the script wise, or did you guys make changes as you filmed?
Yeah, so a lot of it was very close to the script and the idea behind it and all of the scenes we had. There were some nice scenes. There was the bit where there's a guy who scratches his head when he sees Buddy talking to Jamie talking to herself. That bit we did on the day. That bit was spontaneous, so a lot of the silly jokes would be done then and there. And then some of the script was changed on the day to feel more natural, and just flow better as well. And I think,
did you find it?
Oh, go on, please.
No, I was going to say, did you find having the constraint of having to do it in a month helped or hindered the film?
It helped because, well, I guess both, and that's a really good question. I kind of have to think about it as I answer. But yeah, I think the fact that we had little time kind of made sure that everyone will try and get it done by a certain deadline, because we wanted to show it to the other people that were also part of the film jam in different groups as well. So it really made us kind of step on the gas pedal, as the Americans say, and yeah, try to get it all done. I think, yeah, potentially there were bits that could have been longer had we had more time, and done differently, and perhaps reshot and had different camera angles and things. But overall, I think a month worked quite well. Yeah, and we could have always spent more days and came back and met up and did more shoots, but I think we thought we had a good amount of shots.
And I should add,
Yeah, I mean, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, Colin.
No, I was going to say, like, I mean, the three of us have been in those scenarios as well, like where you have a deadline, and I think it helps ultimately, because even if it was 2 months or 3 months, you'd still leave it to the last minute to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the interesting thing is I think we started recording on the third week of the month, and whether that was because we decided to leave it late, but actually a lot of groups did do it on the third week, and I think it was a lot of because we because even though they had the initial kind of idea behind it when they pitched it, there was no script. So we had a team for the script, we had the team for the locations. So a lot of it was the unknown and what we were deciding during that month process. So it wasn't just recording for the whole month. It was also coming up with the ideas, and yeah, and of course the editing as well, which, who knows how long that took.
Yeah, that's the, I think, most impressive. Yeah, to let you guys know, it basically was a birthday theme. And so each of the films had to have some form of a birthday theme in them. Hence why it was the girl's birthday.
So did you do a film, Mila?
Sort of. So I was in a film for roughly 2 seconds, and I haven't seen it yet. Now, it was yeah. So it was actually Ashley and I did that film. Have you seen it, Ashley?
Yeah. Do you know what? I haven't yet. So there's still the editor who was editing it. He had some sound issues at the time, so it was never released at the same time as Buddy. But then, rumor has it, it might get shown on Tuesday, and then it should all be edited if all goes to plan. So, Milo, I have something to show you maybe for another podcast.
Yeah. So that film, that was the only one I volunteered for, and basically,
yeah.
Me, Ashley, and another guy went up to the director, or the girl that pitched it, and all of us wanted the lead role in it because it was kind of a good meaty role. And Ashley here got that lead role. So he basically got lead roles in multiple films. While my role in that film,
my goodness.
I actually still remember everything. That's how fantastic my role is. Here's my part. I'll just do it right now for you guys.
This is brilliant.
Hey, you guys are doing fantastic. You're brilliant. You're doing a really good job.
And you know what? It was literally, it was actually appropriate for this, the Zoom podcast.
Probably not. Probably.
Oh yeah.
But I think it is because, well, our channel itself, maybe not my little acting bit there, feel free to call me any casting directors that are watching. But the
Yeah.
reason why I want to do this and bring Ashley on is because I mean our channel is all about no budget filmmaking and about that you don't need a ton of money to make a pretty darn good film, which is visible in this case. This film turned out really well with a bunch of volunteers in a month with no money, which is quite impressive as long as you get the right people together to work on it with you. And I mean, that's what our no budget channel is all about, is no budget filmmaking. And so I think this is a great example that kind of stuff is possible, and you just need to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So their call.
Great job.
That's why.
Despite everything I just said, great job.
Yeah.
Great job.
I went to a film festival the other day, and then all of the short films that were shown, they ended up saying, oh yeah, they spent 5K, they spent 10K, they spent 15K. And then, I mean, fair enough if they want to invest that much money, and a lot of them turned out really, really good. But then, as Milo said, BUDD no budget. But I guess, yeah, that's mainly thanks to the people that wanted to get involved. I mean, like for instance, the ITV lady, she didn't need to at all. She was already in the industry, but she decided to just have some fun and volunteer her time.
It's nice.
Amazing.
Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah.
Giving back to the community, to
That's
the little
right.
people.
That's right. So nice of her. Well, I think that's probably about it. No Budget Filmcast audience, thanks for joining us on this fun kind of change of format episode. Thanks for joining us, Ashley, and telling us a little bit more about that film. And as always, you can follow us on @NoBudgetShow on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. And until next time, we'll say goodbye and see you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.